Hi, I'm Leslie.
And I'm Doreen.
And we're back again with Married at First Sight, starting right off with Miguel and Lindy. I mean, last week it was all happy.
I mean, I think they're still happy. I have to say, coming from somebody, I actually, when Mindy was talking to him about the issues with her last name, and not only is she, has her PhD, and she's gone through her whole life, is that I'm a firm believer in that. What I did is I kept my initial of my last name is my middle initial, and then took my husband's last name. But I'm all for that. Him with the health insurance, I think that's kind of a little more of that's kind of petty, because you can always just knock her off. That's not a big deal.
I didn't think it was a fair trade at all. I had to agree. Health insurance, you stick them on, you can put them off. You change your last name.
That's huge.
If you're truly doing that and you're changing all the documents and all the standing in the line and all the things, that's massive.
Well,
that
speaking
is
of
massive
that,
when you don't even know if you're going to stay together.
Guess what? I found out. I mean, if you guys watched the after party or not, but Stasha changed her last name. She said she had no attachment to her current last name, so she changed it right away as soon as they got married. And I was like, "Whoa, that's awfully bold," because it is a pain in the butt to do.
Maybe you're just into the name too, and you're like, even if it goes,
I don't like you so much, but that last name is awesome.
Right. So you know what? At least I'll take this from the relationship. I mean, it's one thing if you got kids, you don't want to whatever,
right,
but
right.
Good for her.
Yeah,
good for her.
yeah.
Seeing the good of it. But it was just. And I have a theory here, and I want everyone to tell me if this is, the more I watch this Married at First Sight business, I feel like anybody who connects instantly, like they're walking down the aisle and they see each other and it's like, oh my God, and the I love yous are flying hours after the thing, they're doomed. It's the kiss of death. The only couples I feel that actually last this season, all the previous seasons, are the ones where there's like, and they have to grow on you. Those are the only ones. You think back, Katina, Elijah, like a lot of the magic was not there initially.
Are they still together? Do we know?
Yes, they're the only one. And,
okay.
and
I mean,
like,
today they're still together.
Well, as much as
we know,
knows,
right?
As much as one knows.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with having an attraction to somebody. I mean, for me, I know when dating and stuff, I had to have some kind of attraction. It doesn't have to be over the top.
It's the hitting that level 100
yeah,
within hours, and the
That's
I love
crazy.
yous flying,
That's
and the sleeping together.
Yeah, they're crazy.
It has to grow, and I tell you, Miguel and Lindy are not a good example of that. So my vote is they're going south. If I'm testing my theory.
I think that even with your theory, I think they have a shot. I think they have a shot. I definitely do. I like how they talk to each other. I just think my only concern with them is Miguel is a little bit too analytical, that he will analyze things like when he didn't like that. He's like, I don't like that part of you. Everybody's got a nasty part. You piss somebody off, we're all going to turn nasty. So you got to understand where it's coming from. And if you can understand that, you got a shot. If not, no way.
I'm in a very analytical mood. I feel like this is just like betting against the house. And the house typically wins. They set it up way that the house winning is that everyone gets divorced. So we are really betting against the house here that any of these couples will make it. But whatever. I digress into my gambling addiction. Anyway, we're going to move on to a couple that's testing my theory here, which is Justin and Alexis. The I love yous were flying, all the things, even though she said I love you and it was a big thing or whatever, and she says I love him as a like she totally retracted.
I love him, but I'm not in love with him.
Yeah, she totally retracted. You can't put those three words together. They have meaning. Those three words in that order have a meaning. You can't.
See, I think you can love somebody because you love everything about them, but being in love with them means you are fully encapsulated.
Say, I love you. You don't say those three words together in that whatever. When you say I love you, that has a meaning when you're in a relationship. You can say I really love you, totally different, like anything other than I love you. But anyway, that's my feeling on that. She's ready then. They are freaking fighting, and again, not to blow my own freaking horn here, but it's just like I said, it wasn't about the dog. It was just uncovering all the things. And the things is that he is a yeser. He's been yesing her from the beginning, and finally she's realizing it. It's starting to make her nuts because he just yeses her and
I get his point though. I heard his point, and his point was he was taking care of it. And again, I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping in. If you guys listen to the tell-all or the party, the after party, he explains on there. And he says, first off, the dog didn't not eat. The dog ate half a cup instead of a cup. And he goes, and I was monitoring and I was watching what was going on with the dog and I was handling it. I will give him that. However, for me, if I'm watching your dog, whoever you are out there, and if something's going on, I'm going to communicate that with you because it's your child, it's your dog, it's your baby. And I think that you should be alerted. So while he was handling it in his way, Alexis could not be any more clear as far as over communicate, tell me everything. If he doesn't get it at this point and seriously like trying to move forward and stop not saying the whole truth, then this is done. Because then I agree with Alexis. Then I'm on her side.
I think that's just the one incident. I think she has many, many examples of where he's just kind of yesing her and telling her what she wants to hear, and it's making her nuts. And I don't give that much longer.
I'm hoping. I thought they're so cute.
People.
I
2
know.
weeks married.
I know, but I really like them. I thought they were so cute together.
Anyway, on to the couple that is actually the one, if I test my theory, that has a shot, because there was not an initial anything on the one side. It's Mitch and Kristen. And Mitch is slowly climbing to the top to be the best guy out there.
I don't know about that. I don't know that I'd put him at the best guy.
Well, maybe the others are crawling down, and he's becoming the top of the worst.
Yeah, he would not be my top, that's for sure.
I'm liking how he handles things. I think he's...
Well, first off, I got a question. What did she say? Kristen said, every time I told somebody about what happened to me in my past, it didn't end well. What is there not to end well? Somebody screwed you over. And again, she couldn't get the money back, but in the clip that we saw, we didn't hear. She didn't say to him, I couldn't get the money back, so we all decided to go and enjoy, because that's why he was like, that's weird. They're cutting out little bits and pieces, which don't make sense.
So, if that's the worst thing, oh my God,
right.
she's an angel.
I'm like, why?
What was wrong with that?
Yeah, what would anybody say? Oh, you were a jerk for going to the place that you couldn't get your money back? Well, hell no. Might as well. If you can't get your money back, you might as well use it.
Absolutely.
So
I didn't understand that, but I just thought he was wonderful. I'm liking him. I'm not attracted to him, but I'm liking him, and she's happy. And you know what?
She's not going to last. The green deal, being so the shot
They're
glasses.
my pick. I'm betting against the house on this one. Mitch and Kristen will go the distance.
He's going to go. It's going to be out of control, because he's not going to be able to give at all. At all. Like if she wants to buy, a plastic cup because she's going to go running, or that's going to break them. That's my call. Mm-hmm. His overabundance.
The environment will take them down.
The environment will take them down.
Alrighty. Stasha and Nate.
I like them.
Yeah, they're very cute together. They're going against my theory, because there was an initial attraction. I mean, she's hitting up the therapy, and he's willing to do that also. I think that's kind of great.
Wonderful.
Why they have to go to therapists when we have,
well, she has one that is like, and those they're not. I don't know. I don't call them therapists, because they have their own agenda with the couples.
They're stars. There are stars.
Yeah,
Pastor Cal.
I don't know that, but yeah, they're just things. They're gonna do crap.
Pastor Cal. Yes. But I thought he had a valid point. A kid is a permanent thing. I mean, yeah.
Because didn't he say that she said something about the kids that made them look like they were, like you can get rid of them or something?
It was very permanent, and not to be somewhat whatever, but it's a, how am I trying to say? For a guy, I feel like it's even more of a, you're at a, what am I trying to say? It's a bigger thing for him, because if he has a child, he may not get custody of that child. It's, for her, it's no big deal. She has a kid or whatever. It's very different. If they have a kid and they get divorced, he's a very different relationship with that child than she may have. You never know how it'll go. And also, she's a workaholic. I thought that was also very valid.
I thought his points were valid. I agree.
Very valid. Nate is on board with this. She just wants a kid and is not really.
Well, I get it, but then there needs to be a discussion, if they haven't had it already, which says, are you going to cut down on work? Now, listen, she can have the baby. I went back to work. You know what I mean? You can have the baby and go back to work.
Which I think she would.
Right. That's not the problem, but she does need to understand this will change our life.
Yeah. Good for Nate, though, thinking it through. Someone I don't even really care. Morgan and Ben, I don't even care if they're together. I don't even care if they make it. I don't care if they don't. I don't care if they fight. I'm
Sorry.
just like, I don't even care. I just don't care if her walls are up. I don't care if they're down. Yeah, Pastor
His
Cal,
face annoys me. I'm sorry. He's too pansy-ass. I'm sorry. I know you love that word. I use the word pansy-ass.
It sums it all up in one word.
Yeah, it's one thing about him being caring and emotional, and that's all great, but it's too much. Like, he's got to get a little bit of backbone. Yeah,
and I think we're discovering it. So, whatever. I mean, if you care about them, let us know in the comments. I mean,
please give us your
And I want people to comment. Tell us who you think who you're betting against the house, who you actually think has a shot. Even a shot to say yes on decision day. A shot on decision day and a shot for like after they, go off the TV, because then we never know what happens to them. Except
yes,
for
I can't wait to hear
people.
what they say. I wonder if anybody has different thoughts than we do. That'd be great.
Yeah, anyway, if you liked our recap, please subscribe. Most of you watching are not subscribed, so please subscribe to our channel.
We need all the subscribers we can get.
Yes, and please comment, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.